Today we are going to be talking about glycolysis. So in the previous class, we said something on carbohydrates, in which we said that carbohydrate simply means the thing that's composed of mainly sugars, meaning glucose. Then we gave three quantities of sugar, in which we said that sugars are what? Crystalline. We said that sugars are soluble. We said that sugars are sweet. So yeah, as I just said the carbohydrates, now we are left with the glucose. This glucose has the tendency of going through the body through various processes or pathways. Number one of the pathways is glycolysis. Then, as we can see from this glycolysis, the glucose was broken down to give us what we refer to as pyruvate. So, then this glycolysis, what is glycolysis? Glyco stands for glucose. For instance, lysis stands for breakdown. Then glycolysis in a layman's term will be the process in which glucose is broken down. Then this glycolysis, it is occurring in one part of the cell referred to as the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is just the quick portion of the cell that contains the cell organelles. Then the glycolysis itself, in biochemistry, we say that glycolysis is the oxidation of glucose to give you two molecules of pyruvate, and then to give us NADH, and to give us ATP. Therefore, glycolysis is the oxidation of glucose. Produce NADH is going to give us 3 molecules of pyruvate. Then it's going to give us ATP. The major reason for going through this is to produce energy, to produce NADH, and to produce the 3-carbon sugar, which is the pyruvate. Then this glycolysis is divided into various stages. Let's say into 3 major stages. Let's assume that you want to start a business. You're going to need a capital to start the business, and that stage in which you're getting capital you refer to as the investment stage. You're getting capital to invest in your business. Then that second stage in which you are put it inside your business, you're expecting profit, is the second one. Then the third one will be the time in which you are going to be taking your profit. That is let's assume that you are reaping what you sow. Same thing with glycolysis. Glycolysis is divided into 3 stages. Number 1 is investment stage. Number 2 is carbon to carbon cleavage. Number 3 is production of ATP, in which you are harvesting what you sow. For the first one, which is the investment stage. During investment stage, you are going to use 2 molecules of ATP, as you can see. 1, 2. We need 2 molecules of ATP to start the breakdown of glucose, to change it into what we refer to as two of these 3 carbon molecules, dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then going there, the second stage is carbon to carbon cleavage. Carbon to carbon cleavage. What is carbon to carbon cleavage? As you can see from fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, this thing was broken down to give us 2 3-carbon molecules. This is a 3-carbon. This is a 3-carbon. Therefore, we cleaved a 6-carbon molecule, which is fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, to give us 3-carbon. That is carbon to carbon cleavage. Then the next part is the harvesting stage. Harvesting, in which some people call it to be payoff stage. This harvesting stage, we are going to produce, we produce 2 molecules of ATP, and then we produce another one, 2 molecules of ATP, making it 4 in total. Like here, we produce 4 ATP, 2, that is 4. Then we produce NADH, which is equivalent to how many ATPs? NADH is equivalent to 3 ATP. Some people might say it's equivalent to 2.5 ATP. So the harvesting stage is when we reap what we sow, which was started with 2 ATP, then it gave us 4 ATP. 4 ATP minus 2, our gain is how many? 2. Then since NADH is giving us about 3 ATP, Therefore, NADH is 2 here. So you are going to multiplying the NADH. You're going to multiply by the NADH by 2. We're going to having about 6. Therefore, 6 ATP plus our total, which is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. Then the 10, which was our gain, minus our investment, which is 2. 1, 2, will give us about 8 ATP in total. Therefore, 8 ATP is the thing that we are getting from glycolysis, which is aerobic glycolysis. The glycolysis that is occurring in the presence of what? ATP. The presence of oxygen. Then, as we are going through, this glycolysis is made up of about 10 stages. And these 10 stages, 10 steps, are catalyzed by 10 different enzymes located in different places in the body. The first stage, you can talk about the one in which glucose will be phosphorylated to give you this, to give you that, and that. So that is that for now.